Stand to MechWarriors, and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech as we continue the campaigns of Rippers, Rumblers. And last time, well, we fought a single mission for Comstar, which did loads of damage. Our mechs took quite a few hits. The Hatchman's armor managing to take quite a few shots from quite a few things. The Centurion almost losing his shoulder again. However, out of that mission, we were able to get another Centurion, another CN9D, which I am very happy. Unfortunately, it's going to take us about 2 months to actually finish it. But in those 2 months, we can go looking for the Gauss ammo that's desperately going to need. However, we are 2 days before the end of the month. We are okay on cash, but I'd like a little bit more. And Comstar was offering a mission that would give us nearly 1 million C-bills or 2 of 9 priority salvage. And I thought, well, cash is good. So without further ado, aggressive negotiations. We've been having trouble with the Steiner here in Pike for months now, and our negotiations with them have been stalled by a stubborn Lyran diplomat. If he were removed from the equation, through a random attack by bandits, for instance, we might be able to make some headway. This will be paying out 984,100 C-bills for no priority but 1 random piece of salvage at 2 skulls. This could be really dangerous, but the reward is pretty nice. Hopefully we won't take too much damage on our way through, because I'd like to get a little bit of money in the coffers and not be running paycheck to paycheck. Luckily, the map choice is fantastic. We've got the one group up here, the one group back here, and then the actual target himself. Oh, looks like the target himself is in front of the group way back here, so a phased engagement. We may even be able to cross this line before we actually get into any trouble. So we have Witness in the Raven, Hammer in his Hatchet Man. We're bringing the Shadowhawk together with Ripper, and Exodus once again in his old-fashioned hunchback with the twin ER large lasers. This Shadowhawk is, well, yeah, it's very interesting in my book. It's built along the same lines of the Enforcer. This is actually the proper weapons loadout. I mean, we have a Chaff RL5 instead of a tag, but that's the full weapons loadout that the base one has, although it has more jump jets. We stripped out the jump jets, we stripped out the XL engine, we maxed out the armor, and we put on this weapon loadout. And I think we're going to have some fun with it. If we manage to get our hands on a energy targeting computer, we're going to have even more fun with it. So let's get on the move and sprinting through the water. We want to get to the shore as soon as possible, although our heat's not terrible on this one. Yes, Darius, we're very aware this is going to be an ambush. Let's have a Witness make the follow-up, also sprinting as fast. Actually, no, come over here. Maybe? You don't have jump jets, so I can't get you up top on this one, but I can get you into cover over here, but I'd like to get you relatively close forward. So we're going to hide him behind here, not moving quite as far as he can. We're using the Beagle to try and scout things out, but we're just going to sprint as far as we can forward, because we've got to get up to here. Because once we're up into these trees, we can start using that for cover, we can start operating in amongst them, and we're going to run the Hatchet Man as fast as she will go, relying on our electronic countermeasure system to protect us. Now, the Shadowhawk also has an Angel ECM on top of his normal Guardian ECM. You also have an ECM, right? If I'm not mistaken, I threw it somewhere possibly in... Yeah, you have a Warfare Suite. So we've got a lot of electronic countermeasures going on here, and if I'm not mistaken, the Hunchback has one as well. Yep, it's also got a Guardian ECM. So we're just packing a whole heck of a lot of electronic disruption, which I feel is a perfect idea for a small elite unit of mechs. That way the enemy will have a harder time actually locating us and managing to nail us. It's one of the reasons probably why we were still alive in that last mission. So Witness is going to make his little well, not really a dive forward, he's going to maneuver around to the side. And we do have targets. We have a Raven 3M, which is a missile-equipped Raven, and a Wolfhound, which is probably large lasers. We'll plink away with a tag. Maybe we'll get lucky. We were not lucky, but not too terrible. So blinking away with the tag accomplished nothing. However, if there's only them, it might go out okay for us. Sprint at full speed. By the way, we now have a TSM on this thing, so he is just a little bit faster, and we're getting identifications on more units. We have located a Jenner. There might only be 3 in this group. So let's open fire on the Wolfhound. Yeah, the Wolfhound we can shoot with more stuff, and also he has a large laser. Missed him with the light AC-5 and most of the pulse fire. Okay, we finally managed to get a couple of hits on the pulse fire. Looks like he's a little bit ramshackle in terms of his armor quality, so we might be able to get a couple of nice blow-throughs on that. And a javelin, so there is number 4. It is a full lance, not a short one. I was rather not concerned, but I was a little bit confused by thinking, really, we're doing a 2-skull mission and you're throwing at us a reduced lance? But it looks like things are normal. Ripper could move forward and take a shot. What is that going to look like? 52% with the large laser. How about if I ran forward? We're looking at 39% with the large laser, and we don't get anything else in range. Turn off that Chaff RL5. We're only going to use that in an emergency. How about if I just walked Yeah, the 52% is exactly where we want to be. We're going to take aim at... Ooh, you're a 59. I already started firing at the Wolfhound, though. But you are a 59. Fire! Oh, we managed to nail him right away with that one. We're going to hold the Chaff Rocket Launcher 5 for now. We don't want to use everything on it. We're preserving the ammunition. Jenner moving forward. What kind of Jenner are you? Well, you fired a single medium laser, so could be the standard Jenner with the 4 mediums. Possibly also the large laser Jenner. We don't have enough detailed information. The Angel, or the ECM system on him might be able to tell us later when we come back to him. And he's walked up with his rockets, firing his missiles and his tag. And a couple of hits on us, but we are bulwarked, we are protected inside the trees, and so we don't have too much trouble with that. And come back to me, so I can engage you. Probably gonna leap on top of the Raven. The Raven might have, well... I don't think the Raven has an electronic countermeasure system. We're protected by ECM, we're not being jammed by ECM. So, might be working in our favor. The group in the back has decided that it is time to get involved in the fight. Hopefully we'll be able to wipe out these lights before they can actually do anything. Wolfhound moving close. He is close enough now, definitely for an axe. Firing his large laser. Yeah, we gotta take care of you. You actually have possibly the most deadly weapons load out of everybody here. So, Hatchet Man will be targeting the Wolfhound for sure. Exodus is time to move. His time to shine. How if we just fired from here? 39, 33... Yeah, there's 39s and 33s. If we waltzed on forward to get a little bit closer. 48s. Yeah, 46s, not 48s. So line up on him. Open fire with your twin ER larges. 1 and 2. Not a great showing, Exodus, but I suppose he's still used to having a whole ton of lasers on his Enforcer. Alright, coming back onto us. Or not. So Hammer did not roll particularly well, but he is going to outrun this. And we've got a Fire Javelin. Yes, it is a Fire Javelin with 4 medium lasers. Not all that, well, he's somewhat dangerous. He's similarly dangerous to the Jenner. But I'm not particularly concerned about him just yet. Keep bolting forward. Terrible shot because it's an obstructed shot. Can I get a direct line of sight? I can. A much better shot is to be had. We're in the water, so that should keep us nice and chill. 33, that's not terrible at all. So let's lay into him. Oh, we hit him with the first of the large laser, well, our only large laser. And a pretty decent amount of follow-up fire, and the pulse has destroyed his torso. So he's having a bad day. Very happy to see that. Do you still have your large laser? I think you do, because I think your large laser is right side. Most mechs have right side bias, which means they have their heavy weapons on that right side. So if you take out the left side, well, you probably didn't take out anything important. Somebody's coming to punch. And it shall be the Raven. He's going to show his back towards the rest of my stuff so that he can punch the Hatchet Man. I'm going to say that's not a great choice. Oh, he fired his missile. That was a haywire probably, but he did not manage to connect. If he had managed to connect, probably would have kept us from getting on top of somebody. We're still going to die on this Wolfhound. Oh, the Wolfhound will be mine. Commando rolling on forward. He's a 2DBI. Not quite sure which version of the Commando that is, but I'm not quite worried at the moment. Maybe I should be, but I'm hoping I don't have to be. Jenner rolling on forward. Jenner might be the better target, but I still think that large laser is intact. Firing a single medium again. Okay, interesting. Huh, you've also got a rocket launcher of some description. Hammer, can you tell? Do you see them at point-blank range? SRM 4 medium lasers. You have lost a medium laser, but nothing super special, and the javelin still... Okay, so we're going to do this, and this... Ooh, I can't get around quite to your back, it looks like. The side will have to do. 97% chance of accuracy. Come on, Aladdin. 123 damage with this axe now that has the TSM, and we've torn him. Oh, he tore off his leg and did a whole ton of damage to the rest of his mech. He's not having a good day, and he ejected. He is not interested in this battle anymore, which I can't blame him. If you had a Hatchet Man suddenly swing at you and deal that much damage, would you want to hang around? I rest my case. Who's up next? Supporting units from the back, we got a Flea, we've also got a Stinger, another Flea, and a Commando. So nothing too dangerous, it doesn't look like anyway. Follow up here, go for the aggression, or shoot from back here. Let's find out. Not tremendously great, if we're completely honest. Do we know any? No, we don't have any specific intel on him. So we are going to move up front, get a little bit higher accuracy, go for the beacon on this one, because I'd like to actually nail him. Okay, getting some good penetrating hits. Looks like we missed all of our support systems, but we gyro critted him, which is going to take away all his evasion, which means the rest of our mechs can waltz forward and annihilate him. That is the goal, of course. Being unsteady is a very dangerous thing to be. Flea rolling on forward, and Exodus with his twin large lasers. 97, how about if you just stood still? 94, so we are going to walk. We're going to steadily waltz on forward. and get a couple of nice big large laser shots into his back, and hopefully we'll kill him. Okay, there goes his XL engine, I believe. Yeah, he's on the ground. He does not appear to be getting up again. So the Raven's been dealt with, the Wolfhound's been dealt with, so now we just got a whole bunch of medium laser carriers. We might be able to kill them before they actually show up. That'll be very, very good. And we rolled pretty good, it looks like. We got 2 20s. So, Hammer. You're a medium laser. You are better than that, honestly. 30 tons versus 35 tons. Do I have any intel on who's moving first? I do not. I'm going to risk it. It's 4 medium lasers versus 4 medium lasers and an SRM-4. Just put the boot to the CT of that one, and it is down. And Ripper, hopefully, will be able to come up with some nice supporting fire. Can you get a side angle shot on him? No, it's going to be an obstructed shot. That's the best I can get, a 52. How about if I sprinted to get nice and close to him? Can I get an actual angle shot here? No, that's not going to happen. So we are going to waltz. Just a standard walk on forward. Get the side shot. Ooh, should have gone for the side obstructed shot. That was a mistake on my part. Open fire. Managed to open up his CT with the large laser. And I don't think we're going to be able to do much of a follow-up on that one. Yeah, no hits. So just the single large laser hit, which, well, that's done all the damage it needs to do, really. He is going to get in behind us. He's going to nail us with those medium lasers. He could... Oh, no, he's going to punch. Okay, he's going to punch. He's going to hit. So they've been doing an okay job of beating the crap out of my Hatchet Man, but they haven't done an okay job of, well, surviving after the fact. Accuracy here is just so very beautiful. We're going to go for the beacons because I think we got him. Lock him up. Hit him with the tag and a beacon, please. I see 2 little ones, so that's a tag and a beacon. He's been narked, he has been detected, he has been tagged. He is about to have a very, very bad day, because Exodus is still coming, and Exodus, as we've noticed, is a bit of an executioner. Got some long-range missile fire coming down on the Hatchet Man. Firing from behind, but he does not really care. He is perfectly okay with what's about to happen. So the primary escort is about to be destroyed, and the Flea is going to be able to get in range to punch. Really? That is one aggressive Flea. What are you packing? Another Clag, just slowly try to beat the crap out of him. He's got a single weapon. I'm going to guess it's a large laser. So, interesting decision. Another large laser shot. So I think both Fleas are the large laser style Flea. That's the big weapon that they'll have. That'll hurt a lot. So we do want to get the back of this Hatchet Man no longer pointing towards the enemy. It was a bit of a risk to try and take out the Jenner. It was a well-calculated and properly executed risk for sure, but still a risk. Take aim at his back. Open him up. Wow, you missed a 90%, but you still managed to follow up with 50 damage. That's an engine and a gyro destroyed, and so that mech is no longer functional. Enemy turn, because we did not roll. He rolled a 19, but he had -2 because 2 people decided to punch him in the face, or in this case, in the side. I think this Flea will be able to move faster than this, which is a tad unfortunate, because I would like to smash him with our axe. And if he gets a shot into our back, things could get very painful very quickly. No, he's going to run right away. That's not a terrible decision, actually. And Witness is going to be able to move first, and so Witness will probably crest the hill. Well, he won't get to the hill, but he'll get on the way towards it. Get ourselves in there. That way we're a little bit covered. And we're getting some actual sensor data. We see a Flea, a Stinger, and the other Flea. So we have a little bit better information now that we've brought in the active probe. But we don't have a target yet. Commando is now exposed. The Commando, what kind of Commando are you? What did you bring to this fight? A medium laser, 2 medium lasers, 3 medium lasers, and a whole ton of smalls. So you are point-blank range brawling. And his heat is critical. His shutdown override chance was successful. You don't have a very high chance of shutting yourself or killing yourself by doing that. No, I want the punch. And I want the side punch for the extra accuracy. So this will bulwark us. This will set us relatively close to the enemy. So he is probably going to get shot at quite a bit, but... Oh, there goes most of that mech. Ouch, side torso destroyed. His CT is extremely exposed, and he's unsteady, which means Ripper will now walk up into him. Oh, we'll keep him to cover a little bit. Accuracy? Accuracy's good enough. Line up the target and gut it. Large laser destroying the entirety of the mech, followed up by a whole bunch of follow-up fire from the mediums and the medium pulse. Haven't had to use the chaff rocket launcher yet. And we are inspired, which gives us an additional accuracy, which we're going to want to try and hold on to. If we don't have to use the defense, I don't want to. Large laser firing and missing, along with a couple of smalls and a flamer. Not able to actually touch us, though. The Hatchet Man is nimble and aggressive. Question is, who will the Hatchet Man axe first? That is the true question which plagues our knights run him up into the forest as well. We want a little bit of protection as we continue our way forward. It's so odd to be picking Ripper and not getting the Centurion. Coming up to us, lovely. And I'm really tempted just to run for him. He's got 2 small lasers of flamer, and this one is the same way, yes? Oh no, you're just a single medium laser, you're ignorable. You are 2 mediums and a small, so yeah, hammer. We want this one, please. Do I show my back towards him? I think I do. To get that additional accuracy chance on him. He's a flea, really any hit to him will probably kill him, but we want to make sure. Yeah, and there goes the mech. Alright, so the flea is out of the fight now, so we're very happy with that one. And who is next? Anybody? Hopefully not him. It's a crab. Oh, crap. Stinger bouncing over to the side, firing his single medium laser. Are you a Stinger Lamb? Because only having a single medium laser seems a bit light. Well, we're not sure, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Sprint on forward. Hi, I've got a side angle shot at you, and I'm going to take it. We're going to keep the beacon going. So the crab is actually kind of dangerous. It's a crab FL. Not quite sure what that one is, but we do not want to leave our back facing towards the enemy. Okay, there goes his arm. There goes most of the things on his mech. He is a flea after all. He doesn't really have much in the way of armor. And Exodus, I don't think will get a shot. His hunchback... Oh, no, he will. Nice. It'll be two 27s. If he manages to nail even one of those, the mech is dead. But, oh, 239s. I don't think he'll hit. But, yeah, it's kind of to be expected. I had hope. I did. So we just need a little bit more damage on this flea to actually take it completely out of the fight. Ripper, you have a bigger engine than that hunchback. You are a bigger mech a little bit. But if you could just annihilate this flea, that would be helpful. Just to pull him off the board. I don't want to have to deal with him. Large laser missed, medium laser missed, and we did hit him with a couple of them. And that'll tear out the left torso, and then the engine will be wiped out. So, weight of firepower will win the day. Just all the lasers in the world you can get your hands on. Although it might be a good idea to swap them out for pulses, but pulses are short range. Crab moving over rough terrain, firing a rear attack with a whole bunch of ballistics. Okay, I was not expecting the ballistics, but hey, we're dealing with it. Lucky for us, he wasn't able to actually hit us. Our ECM systems were covering each other, I think. I wonder how many, if these ECM systems were able to actually fully get to him. Stinger is rolling around back to protect the crab. Medium laser shot, not able to connect. I wonder if I'm going to be within sprinting range of that crab. We're about to find out. Hammer. Yes, I am. 99.1, gonna move around to the back. We are gonna be unsteady on this, but I think I may have a chance here. Oh, yeah. He had an XL engine. It proved to be a mistake. He is very much the dead. Which means now we just got a Stinger to deal with. And once we kill the Stinger, that'll be... I think it's a 60% increase? Or are they not paying for additional kills here? We're going to go for the obstructed side shot just because it gives us a better chance of hitting things. We're starting to get up to our heat threshold, so we will shut off the worst medium laser, which is that one. It is the CT or the torso mounted one. Nailed him with the large, following up with a couple of more weapon systems. And so his armor has been breached on his left torso. He's having a little bit of trouble, I assume. I can get an obstructed center torso shot, but can I get another side angle shot? Because that would be ideal. Does not look like it, so we will just go with the normal walk. Oh, I could get it up here. Something tells me this will not be particularly good accuracy. Well, it's probably good enough. Fire everything. Well, shooting's good. So, bunch of medium lasers, nothing was able to impact. We did manage to hit him a couple of times with the missiles. He got hit in the head by what looked like the narc. So that's great. Gonna move out over here, sort of give a little wider angle of engagement here. Comes back to us for Exodus, and Exodus will basically move to the same position. A 46% chance is what it's currently showing. It's actually a 59. 1 hit, 2 hits, left leg destroyed. He should be on his back at this point. And a head hit pilot injured. Okay, so that's gonna be 2. So at this point he's taken 3 head hits, well 3 pilot injuries, but one of those was ignored. Alright, Hammer. Let's remove the Stinger from the fight. 96% chance of it happening. And stomp. Lovely. So that's the entirety of the enemy force destroyed. Where is the evac zone? Way back at the water's edge. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a remarkable amount of sense, actually. Alright, let's sprint all the way back here, so we've dealt with the enemy. No penetrating hits. There's a couple of mechs that didn't actually take any damage at all, so the Raven has been completely untouched. The Shadowhawk, completely untouched. I think Exodus was also completely untouched. Yup. So really, the only body who took any damage at all was the Hatchet Man. And everybody else just completely ignored it. That's lovely. I wonder if I could get a larger combat shield or spall lining for this thing. Just to take more damage reduction. Because he took, well, 141 damage. So I'm not sure how long it's going to take us to fully patch that up, but we're going to make sure we do it as soon as possible. Not going to be able to turn around... Well, we could actually, if we took the B team, we could turn around another mission probably before the end of the month. It would have to be a cheap half-skull mission just to sort of make sure the B team didn't get in over their head. But I do think it's a possibility. Keep on moving. Alright, he will be the first one to make it. It is the Hunchback, the slowest of our mechs, mainly because he had the least distance to travel because he was the slowest getting forward. And the fastest of our mechs will probably end up being the last, but again, because he got furthest behind enemy lines. Yeah, that crab could have been a problem. If he had hit a couple more times with those ballistics, that would have been pain. Lots and lots of pain. We're getting ourselves inside the actual evacuation zone because of a bug. And it'll be probably another turn before the Hatchet Man makes it. 23, that's a brilliant roll. Very happy with that roll. Okay, he's all set up. And hammer. Sprint. Oh good, you're going to be able to get in as well. Alright, so that is everybody inside the zone. Here comes the dropship to pick us up. And we will get one random piece of salvage and a relatively cheap repair. Hopefully it'll be a one-day repair, and then we could immediately turn this around and do another mission. It would be, again, it would be a cheap half-skull mission, but we could do it. If the repair times work out. So, let's see what it decides it wants to reward us with. And 1,273,005 C-bills. We did get a 35% increase for destroying the reinforcements and the escorts. Oh, we only got a 25% for destroying the escorts. No, and the reinforcements. Yep, I see. -3, the Lyrans are not super happy with us, but, well, we'll do a couple more missions for them. They'll be happy. The Hatchet Man just taking away most of the kills. 4 right there. The Shadowhawk proving to be great with 2 more. The Witness's Raven is not designed to kill people. It's nice. It could do it, but really it's designed to be dropping narcs on top of people and making it so it's easy to kill. We got a large laser, which is good. Not sure what I'll put that on, but it's a large laser. So... if we get a light engine, we could cram it into the Shadowhawk, which I think is what we'll do if we get a light engine. And we'll basically turn it into another Enforcer, because that's basically what it will do. That's the job it will fill. And with a 275, that actually should be quite a bit of weight taken off the mech through just adding in that light engine. So, yeah, that 275 is pretty nice. Very happy with it. Surprised that we were able to cram all of that in there and take out the XL engine. If we put the XL back in, we would have no problem at all fitting that large laser back in there. So, I think the PPC would have been a mistake. That was the thing we had been thinking about putting into it last mission, or last episode, because I like PPCs and I want to add them onto things, but I think the large laser was a better way to go. Stacking the accuracy. Surrounded, we didn't have any impact on the war. 5 days, 10,100, so not an easy repair, unfortunately. It's going to take us a little bit of time, which means we're going right into that financial report, and we have 2 million C-bills. Do we want to hang around? What contracts do we have left? So we are looking at Cease and Desist, which is a destroy base. Those are meh. We've got a recovery mission for 417 at 2 skulls, and this would be against Lyrans. We could do that. Beefed up security is a 417 defend base, but I have become less and less enamored with defend bases because they tend to screw you over pretty badly. Incomplete intelligence is a destroy base, which has similar problems. Trap Sprung is a straight up battle against who? Reports of a supporting local government. Okay, against local government, we don't care, so we could take that one. We'd take it for cash, probably. 2 of 9 is not very good. Hostile acquisition, ambush convoy, absolutely not. Stop the signals is destroy base, which would be a 3 of 15 against the Lyrans. Not really feeling it. Not at a 1 skull. And a destroy base against Lyrans again for 313. But again, Lyrans, we don't want to piss them off too much. Manufacturing facility is a capture base, 417, but it's only a half skull against the Lyrans again. And contested wills is a capture base against the local government. Looks like it. But again, it's only a half skull. Is it really going to give us anything really worth our while? So there's a couple of missions up top. So, intelligence agents, because of the 4 of 17. And then possibly beefed up security. Could take a trap sprung because it's against... Yeah, so we've got intelligence agents and trap sprung and maybe beefed up security to take it as sort of like a fare thee well contract. But we don't have the mech for it right now, so we're going to have to chill for a couple of days. So yeah, we will hang around for a couple more. So we'll run into the end of the month. 670,000 is our operating expenses, which really has an impact. But we will work on fixings for that. Hatchman is another 3 days, Enforcer in another 4 days, so we will have both of those mechs back, which will be quite nice. Meeting Archangel. We've been gathering supplies planetside, but have spent the last hour trying to find Yang. The sound of cheers and pounding metal draws you to the edge of town, where a pair of haphazardly repaired industrial mechs beat on each other. Yang calls you over. Sorry I wandered off, boss. I heard a guy in the market bragging that this Argo mech could fight about this Argo mech fight club. I had to see it for myself. One of the mechs is in notably better condition than the other, but the second clearly has the better or possibly drunker pilot. The shinier mech finally falls, and a small group of winning bettors collects from the bookie. Yang gestures to the junkier mech as the cockpit opens. You have to meet this pilot. He said any Argo mech can be made combat ready if you're not afraid of the challenge. What do you say? Shall we buy the victor a drink? Let's buy him a drink or finish the supply run. Yeah, we'll buy him a drink. I'd like to meet him myself, you admit. Yang grins and flags the pilot over. Despite the reckless abandon of his fighting style, he doesn't seem drunk, just exuberant. He introduces himself as Archangel and gladly takes Yang up on the offer for a few drinks. When he finds out you're command of a mech mercenary company, he buys the next round himself and starts feeling you out about any openings in your crew. As soon as we're done here, I'm going to register with the local hiring hall. But hey, if you don't have any openings now, that's fine. I think it's time for me to leave this rock anyway. I'm sure we'll meet again. So, Archangel is who? 3333. Criminal, brave, reckless, lucky, periphery. He's... maybe. If he's got sufficient experience. But that's the question. Are we gonna... Let's check out the hiring hall here. So, Archangel here. And he's relatively cheap. He's a Kickstarter backer, so that does put in favor. But so was Adrenaline. He's cheaper, though. Triceratops. Triceratops looks like Tirek did back in Voodoo's Marauders. What do you think? Do we take him? The problem is he's a criminal, which criminals tend to suddenly have problems with untrustworthiness relatively quickly. How many pilots do I currently have in the mech bag? If I've got 8, do I really need another? Got 7 of 8 berths. If I take him on, it would be purely for the event. It would increase my costs in general. We'll leave him in the hiring hall for now. If anybody dies on the way out here, we'll think about it. 1 more day. 2 more days. There we go. So we have the Centurion back. And we also have the rest of our standard mechs all fixed up. So the Hatchman, the Enforcer, the Shadowhawk, the Hunchback. So we now have the other 2 Centurions to fix. 15 days on this one, 46 days on this one, although this one is missing a Silver Bullet Gauss that we desperately need. Well, we need the round for it. Another round of Gauss rifle ammo. So that's not going to be finished before the financial report. Do I want to take engineering, actually? We're doing okay on cash, and we've got a fairly well contract that we can take without too much trouble. Yeah, we'll do the 200,000 for the additional tech point. Start fixing the repair scaffolding. Okay, so that hurts us a little bit on cash, but we're okay. Got to do a quick check on the pilot to make sure that everybody's capable of doing everything that we need them to do. You are saving. Witness is... he's in range to take guts, but I'm going to wait for another level of tactics before I go guts. Majestic is saving. Hammer is saving. Yes. Hacker is saving. Exodus is good. Okay, Exodus wants something. Piloting? +1 max evasion. He drives a Hunchback or an Enforcer. Call chop bonus plus the initiative. Yeah, I think we take tactics on this one. Because he's not a dodgy mech pilot. Bullet drop high. And brother has been sitting out since we lost his Valiant. Actually, no. He's been sitting out since we lost the Valiant and Hammer took over his mech. Alright, time to take a contract. Let's go do something. Alrighty, so we were looking at intelligence agents. We're going to take this one as a full salvage contract. 4 of 17 is not bad at all. And do I want to swap in the Enforcer? Yes, I do, because I think it's a slightly better mech than the Hunchback. The twin ERs are cool, but he's got twin normal lasers and a lot more besides. So 416, yeah, and they've got the same armor basically. So I think it's a better choice to pick the Enforcer. Alrighty, are we good with that? I think we're good with that. Let's rock and roll. So once again, our very, very energy-heavy lance. The only ballistic left is the Hatchet Man, which has a light AC 5. And that's only because he's got the slot and it can't add more energy hardpoints onto him. If he could, I would absolutely rip that light AC 5 out and put on even more of the lasers. Or, you know, just support equipment. We gotta start looking for a couple more support equipment. Power armor weapons, they can fire during the melee step. That might be a good idea. He can't equip them. He's already topped off, but if we want to build a melee mech, those are the things we're going to have to consider. So, yeah, I think the Hunchback needs some work. It's not terrible for what it is, but it's not amazing. Alright, so, intelligence agents will pay out 123,900 C-bills with a max salvage of 417 at 2 skulls. One of our covert operatives was captured by a Lyran patrol during a routine data drop and is being held at a secure facility on Pike. We need a rapid response team to raid the facility and get our operative out safely. We'll pay a bonus if you're able to secure the data she was trying to deliver, as well. It's being held in a separate facility. We should be able to take that without too much trouble. Hopefully, cross your fingers. This could end badly, but I'm hoping a recovery, if everything goes wrong, we can sort of run it. We don't have the fastest mechs, but we do have some decent ones out there. Alright, so you showed me off over here. Oh, this is going to be our evac zone. Okay, so the 2 primary facilities. We don't know anything other than that. Let's get on the move and see what we can't see. Nothing on sensors as of yet, but that's going to change shortly, I'm sure. Ooh, Ripper managed to beat Witness. Witness really does not go as fast as I would think he would. Oh, he does have a slick suite, and that's kind of why. So most of our mechs are packing comm gear, because comm gear gives you an additional initiative. But he's got a slick suite on board, and that gives him additional sensor range. So when you stack that on top of his active probe and everything, that actually works out pretty good. But it does mean that he feels a little bit slower. Get the Enforcer on the way, don't want him left behind. He has quite a few lovely weapons with which he can bring to the fight. Those large laser pluses are very, very nice. Keep spreading? Keep spreading. Yeah. So we will identify the enemy. And we have identified a Cicada, okay, a Urban Mech R60C, a Drillson, and a Myrmidon, as well as a Zephyr in the back. So I anticipate there is at least 3 more things that I do not see just yet, but hey, the battle has been joined, so let's open fire with every cannon that we've got. And let's miss with every single weapon that we have. So the pulse is oh, we managed to hit him once. So the pulse is blazing away and only managed to barely pick him up, which is a bit unfortunate. Yep, there's a spider off in the distance. Witness, let's get you on the move because I'd like to give you some supporting fire. Is that going to happen? Not quite, no. Okay. That's alright. Give me a line of sight on these 2 guys off in the corner.
Max speed, no shooting.
And we're looking at a 24 and a 17. Yeah, nailed the Urban Mech. He's slow, vulnerable. We hit him with the laser, but not the tag. Of course. Okay, Cicada is maneuvering, trying to get out of sight. He doesn't want to be just absolutely shelled by the world. And time to get the Shadowhawk on the move. I do have a shot right here, so we're going to take it. And that'll be in range for the large laser and pretty much... well, oh crap, no, well, at least I know I've got 4 shots with this thing. And we hit him. We hit him a couple of times. So he's been chaffed. That'll make him less accurate and unable to support the rest of the units. The Zephyr coming on forward, but I don't think the Zephyr has a very heavy cannon. I think he might have like 4 medium lasers. And if that's the case, then we can deal with him. Enforcer on the roll. Also can get a direct line of sight if I move him slightly over here. He's got twin large lasers, so he might be able to do something about this. 52 on the Urban Mech, 3.3 on the Spider, so we're going to nail the Urban Mech. I'll also try and tag him a little bit. Miss and miss, but we did hit him with the tag. So the chance that he had the least to actually hit anything, he manages to actually do the damage. Drillson coming on forward and firing his large laser. Okay, so I'm going after you for sure. Oh, it's a large pulse laser. I'm absolutely going for you. I cannot allow a large laser to stay on the field. So our mechs are not exactly tailor-made to be hyper-evasive, but it's important to me that Oh, that's a PPC. Okay, I knew that. I did actually know the Myrmidon had PPCs. So, yeah, you're going to cycle this way, and you're going to go kill these two vehicles, because they are the most important things on the map at the moment. The Urban Mech R60C... Okay, that's firing some sort of autocannon. What is the C packing? Because it's the R60L that's the AC-20 variant. Okay, we got more missiles. Lots of missiles. Oh, is the C the LRM or the MRM version? We take a couple of hits, but it's nothing too bad so far. Or a rocket launcher version? And even more rain coming in on us. Luckily, our electronic countermeasure and our evasion system's managing to actually keep us protected reasonably fine. Hammer's up. Lovely. Hammer, get over to that Drillson. I want him dealt with, and I want him dealt with now. 81. That shows your back. I'm not willing to do that. We're going to shut off the 5% accuracy, and I will instead go for the side shot. Come on. You can do it. You could not. That's gonna suck on several levels.
Reporting negative damage.
So he is bulwarked. He is more stable, which is nice. Unfortunately, he did not kill the Drillson, which has a large pulse laser, which is gonna suck. So we do have a bit of a problem. Gonna side off over here. We're gonna start nailing the Urban Mech a little bit. Because he's slow, he's vulnerable, and hey, I've got a Haywire with his name on it. Okay, good laser number of hits. We did structure expose him and heat sink destroyed. I don't think we Haywired him though.
Want some more? Huh?
So we managed to miss the Haywire, unfortunately. But he is structure exposed, which of course means he's vulnerable to cluster fire, which I don't have because I have the Shadowhawk and not the Enforcer. Or the Shadowhawk and not the Centurion sometimes, I forget. Large laser will still do a decent amount of damage. We are surprisingly chill on this map. Large laser was able to actually hit pretty good, but unfortunately the rest of ours... Gotta shut off that chaff. We're doing a great job of hitting him, it's just that we don't need to. So he has been sensor blinded, so whatever autocannon he's packing is not going to have a significant impact on this fight. Keep the fire up. Oh, we hit him. Wasn't able to tag him though, but we did hit him with another large laser. He's got to be having a bad day. Like, our Hatchet Man is about to have a bad day, unfortunately. Spider is coming back forward. He has decided he wants to get in on this fight. And he shall do so with a flamethrower and a medium laser, which he nailed the Raven with. Did he nail with both of them? Nope, just the medium laser. So we're relatively okay so far.
Nothing to see here.
And the Myrmidon has a PPC, which is... Oh, barely missed. But we are safe with that one. Lucky, lucky us. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be quite so lucky because I think the Drillson's going to get around to our back. The PPC misfired and damaged. Oh! So the PPC has a field inhibitor, which is one of the things that gives it the minimum range. And if you turn off that field inhibitor, you don't have the minimum range problem anymore. But the weapon has a chance of misfiring and exploding in your face, which it did. I don't think it blew up in his face. Maybe if he stops shooting it from now on, we will know that is the case. Oh, we've got somebody way off here. So you are the source of all the millions of missiles, which is now nailing us quite heavily. It's a hunter. Don't taunt the hunter. Whoo, shellfire going down. Lucky for us, he wasn't actually able to hit. He has been blinding, clouded, and flashed with all sorts of nasty things. He is, however, an ace pilot inside one of those things. And more fire coming down to the Raven, so the Raven's going to have to recycle on out of here because I don't like him taking so much chip damage. He doesn't have the armor to take it. He's nimble and maneuverable, but he's not particularly well defended. Drillson, yep, maneuvering around to the back, firing a large laser. 1, 2 misses. How about the third? Third manages to drill us right into the side. However, we should be able to come around and hit the Drillson from behind this next turn. My plan. Alright, Hammer. I need you to not screw this one up this time. So, get into his back. 94% chance of hitting him. You are now buffered because you are attacking somebody. There. Good. Wonderful. So the Drillson's been knocked out of the fight. Next thing he needs to take is the Myrmidon, and then kind of the Cicada. Actually, no. He'll deal with all the vehicles over here. And Cicada not having an impact on the fight just yet. Still maneuvering around on the outer edges. Not able to do anything. I'm not complaining. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining that the Cicada is not actually actively involved in the fight. The Spider pulling way back. Not quite sure why. And Exodus. Alright, Exodus can just keep on waltzing forward. Should he just tank in the face all that incoming fire? I think he will, just so he gets a good shot on this Urban Mech, which has 2 unidentified ballistic mounts, but we're going to just lay everything into him. Okay, so we've torn out the one big ballistic mount, and we've opened up his other side door, so if we get even 1 Pulse laser shot to hit that side torso. We can kill it. We did not. A bit unfortunate. He is now unsteady, though, so Ripper can come in and finish him off. Right? 65s is not good. I would have just walked forward. It's so very much better. We are going to walk forward. We're going to suffer some fire, but we're going to do it. The Hunter is kind of vulnerable, actually, but I want this Urban Mech off. Just pound him with some fire. He's Urban Mech, so I really kind of don't care about keeping all that much alive, although... Okay, he's going to be on his... Oh, gosh darn it, I fired the chaff again. So side torso destroyed. He's been knocked down, so he's down to a single injury. If you know what's good for you, you will... Nope, the engine exploded. I was going to say that you could eject, but that was not to be. I got a back shot on the Spider, got a side shot on the Hunter. The Hunter does have me a bit worried, so we're going to maneuver off over here into the rough terrain. Oh, am I not actually protected here? That's unfortunate. Haywire missile, yes please. Okay, a whole bunch of fire that didn't actually go anywhere. And does look like we managed to haywire him and target acquire him, so hopefully his next round of shooting will not be particularly accurate. He does fire a ton of missiles, but I have some hope. Are you coming over here to attack? Yep, the Raven, because the Raven's not in cover. Whole bunch of medium laser fire, and only one missile was actually able to impact him. However, his armor is getting dangerously low. We're going to have to do something to protect him from that. So hopefully the haywire will do its job and keep this Hunter from being able to actually do anything efficiently. Got a whole ton of missiles coming in. The haywire did nothing. Lots of hits. Okay, he's starting to really trim armor on both sides.
That was bad.
It was. We recognize that. Yeah, I didn't think that had broken. So he is still active and still firing, which is dangerous. And a Brutus. Oh, crap. So we need to hide from him. I was not expecting a 75-ton assault tank. So we've got to cover. We've got to get this Raven into cover. We need to focus on killing everybody and the Brutus. Luckily for us, his LRM-20 just misfired.
Waiting for orders.
I really need you to deal with the Brutus. So, can you kill this guy this round, please? His PPC's been dented, but it's not destroyed. Okay, he's dead. Ooh. Apparently the PPC is destroyed, despite the fact that we hit the back of the tank and not anywhere near that the PPC would be. Lots more incoming fire. Structure exposed. Yeah, we're bailing. We're getting him the heck on out of here. There is too much important equipment there. Oh, and a flamethrower. How cute. Getting the Raven out of here is going to be a little bit difficult because the Raven does not have a particularly high evasion. Oh, lucky for us. Today was the day that he decided that he was going to do maximum evasion. We need to protect our left, which means I do need to cover the other side. Yeah, I think we maneuver over there.
Moving fast.
So getting ourselves over here, we're also going to not vigilance yet, because I want to get resolve up. If I take hits, I will eventually fall, but I'm going to wait on it. I'm going to see if I can't give them a better target of what they will pursue. Okay, who's moving? Doing what? We're not quite sure yet. They're figuring it out. The Spider shall maneuver around to a flank. Not particularly well armed, but that's okay by me.
Let's do this.
Okay, so the Hunter is vulnerable to fire. The Brutus is not quite as vulnerable to fire, but the Brutus is packing a lot of firepower. So my plan is to move up here, blitz the Hunter, and then attack the Brutus. So, crap. I keep meaning to shut it off. I keep forgetting. Okay, vehicle's destroyed. We've gotten him taken care of. It might have been the chaff rockets that did it. So the Hunter's out of the fight. That's a lot of chip damage that is no longer on the field, so now we can focus on the Brutus. The Spider maneuvering around is not all that dangerous. He's somewhat dangerous to Witness, because Witness has some very important equipment on that left side of the mech that I don't want to lose. And Zephyr is going right for the Enforcer, okay? Trying to shoot the side, getting a couple of good hits in with Inferno ammo. That's hot. That's really hot. Okay, that's a problem. Exodus. If you wanted to stomp on someone, you could do 60 damage. That's 120. That's 95. So you're going to have to cook a little bit, I feel. Can you get around shot to the back? Come on. Show me the shot. I do not like it when you do not play games properly. So sprint. There we go. He doesn't quite have the shot that we need, which is really bad. Because I don't want to have to deal with the Brutus. Okay, walk. Gonna get a side shot. I can, but only if I present my back to a cicada. The Zephyr is packing a whole bunch of medium lasers. It's an and a lot of Inferno ammo, too. Could lay into the Cicada. Really kind of don't want to. He's got enough armor to make this job difficult. 120 on the side. I deal 90 plus... I actually do deal 120 if I were to hit every single shot, but I'm not going to. I don't have any accurate data on the Cicada itself. I think we'll do that.
Aye, aye.
So positioning ourselves for such a maneuver. We do have a shutdown alert going on here. Shut off the medium laser. That does not take care of my shutdown alert. Shut off the VSPL. That absolutely takes care of my shutdown alert. But that limits the amount of damage that I can actually deal to this mech. Yeah, we'll do that because the VSPL does more damage. Fire!
Locking on target.
Okay, we opened up his leg quite nicely, and then dealing a pretty decent amount of additional damage. But not quite anything that I really need. He has been target acquired,
I'm generating a
and the override was successful. Good. He is probably going to shut down sometime in the next turn or two. Large laser! And the additional of the LRM-20s, which did not hit. Well, it hit some, but not anything serious. So the Shadowhawk should be able to get right up on top of that. Hammer!
How's it going?
Hammer will be able to get into this fight, and Hammer's going to be able to get into this fight. Lovely. Normal walk, please. And we're looking at 69s, 70s, 84s versus much less than that, so we are going to walk this on over. Go for that back shot. We're going to walk here into the knot cover. It makes us a little bit more vulnerable, but I want to see if I can't knock this Cicada completely out. I am going to Vigilance on this one, because he is going to be too good of a target if they don't. Did get a good hit with the light autocannon. The medium pulses are starting to lay into him. Unfortunately, they're not laying into consistently the same time, or the same side.
Commander?
Witness is up. Witness is going to just keep fleeing. Because I cannot possibly risk... Well, if I turned around to shoot with a Haywire, the Haywire we proved did basically nothing. Witness is going to keep running. We're going to try and keep him out of the fight as much as we possibly can, get as far away as we possibly can, and then hopefully avoid as much damage as we possibly can. All in the hope of surviving. If I fired into you, we're looking at 70s all around. Have I sprinted into your back? 70s all around, plus I'm in your back armor, which means I don't take reduced damage for shooting into a forest, and you only have 105 armor. So unload everything you've got.
Firing at enemy stick.
Okay, getting some pretty good accuracy here. So if we had actually concentrated all of that fire into the back armor, we would have killed him. Unfortunately, we did not, and he will now position himself behind us to fire his twin large lasers, I am sure of it. Cicada is getting in close. I'm going to fire with a whole bunch of heat. That's going to shut off the mech. Yep, that's a shut-off mech, all right.
Too hot. Shut
I have to hope that Hammer is going to be in a position... Oh, he can restart right away. So not as terrible as it could have been. All right, who's up next? Spider? Nope, the Zephyr is moving around. I can probably take that Zephyr. Zephyr is providing additional Inferno rounds. That's 1 hit, 2, 3, 4, 4 hits or so. That's going to cook the Shadowhawk. But I'm going to burn the Shadowhawk without a second thought. Oh, no? Oh, he must have... He has the swap ability. As they all do. So he switched out to the other version. More fire coming down. They realize that the Shadowhawk has a very, very high heat problem. And so they're trying to take him out as quickly as they can. Brutus is up. Brutus did not move to my back. 1 miss, 1 hit. Okay, so the armor is handling things okay at the moment. But he's starting to have some issues. We gotta get around to his back. That's gonna...
We have the secondary asset, Commander. Bring it home.
That wasn't my intention, but okay, I'm gonna work with that. Axiomatic. 81. Yeah, we're gonna axe him. I'm not super worried about the Cicada, surprisingly enough. I mean, yeah, he's got a whole bunch of light rifles and the like, but the Zephyr is too maneuverable for my liking. So we're taking him off the board.
one for the scrap heap.
And that'll put up Witness.
For orders.
Witness will just keep on running. Nope, we gotta guard that side.
On my way.
So this will allow Witness to shed that stability problem. Allow us to brace up. Hopefully he's out of the fight at this point. And the Cicada moving around for a kick. No, he's gonna shoot at long range at the Shadowhawk. He has back shots, but wasn't able to actually connect with any of them. Excellent. So we should be able to do something about that. Exodus. Exodus is just going to get right behind this guy. And we're going to go point blank range. We are going to cook this sucker. And next round we will chill him out. But for now, I'm going to see if I can't remove him from the equation. And cooling destroyed. Lots of good firing, but nothing concentrated. So he spread that damage out pretty badly. That did not go well. I'm not too happy with that. The Cicada is having a rough time for sure. He's got almost nothing left on a couple of torso locations. But, I mean, that doesn't really work great in my favor. Okay, maneuvering over there was an interesting choice. You missed with both of your weapons, and now you've opened up the assault tank to be attacked from behind.
Commander.
I'm just going to say, personally, I think your decision was a mistake, especially because I can walk this to shed my stability, and we are still under heat. Fire everything. Okay, we missed with the large laser, which was very unfortunate. And we got a whole bunch of shots on the top. So, also spreading out his damage quite badly. Unfortunately, our energy mechs are having a bit of a problem today. Rear attack! One large. Oh, he's through. He's very much through.
Secondary acid taking damage.
Stop shooting me. That's a double heatsink. I don't think I can replace that double heatsink. So, he is through the armor, which is very unfortunate. Get this guy. Yeah. 86% chance. It's a pretty decent chance, but he might miss it. If I can take him out, I can handle this. Okay, we took him out. We just cut him right up. Oh, that was very unfortunate for him. Okay, this will be the Cicada now. Cicada, I don't think has an accurate shot on his back. Good. Ripper.
Standing by.
Okay, Ripper. This time,
On the move.
you can't screw this up, okay? Every weapon's got to hit. Every weapon's got to hit in the right spot. So do me that favor.
Firing on rear arm.
No. Okay, I saw one red number. I need to see another red number. Are you kidding me, buddy? Engine core destroyed.
Target taken.
Okay, good.
Heat gauge.
Was very weird.
Lining.
Somehow he managed to just spread his damage across the entire known universe, which was a bit unfortunate. Keep you running. I am not getting this Raven involved. There is too much stuff here. Too much important equipment on that arm that I do not want to lose.
Ready for orders.
Exodus, you have an opportunity to kill him. You really, really do. You're doing okay on armor. It's his right side, which is that side. So go for the sweep. See if you can't knock his leg out. Not quite. Okay. But you did tag him. So he has improved to unsettled. He's having a good time, apparently. Okay, I am risking a lot to do this. But I kind of want to take a couple of parts off this guy.
Minor damage.
I don't know if there's anything really useful, but I'd like to just grab it on principle alone. Can I get a shot? Are you oh, there was one. Huh, can I walk that? I can. Okay, good. We'll start walking the Hatchet Man into range. Fire away. Okay, we did manage to hit him with quite a few weapons. Okay, so we hit him with one of the lasers and the autocannon, but other than that, nothing. Okay, okay.
Waiting for orders.
Witness, you have a very long-range shot. It's not particularly good on you, but I'm going to lob it his way because he doesn't have much left on that leg. That was a penetrating hit. And that was also penetrating. There goes the leg. Good. He also got haywired. Oh, lovely. Okay, taking this guy intact is going to be engine destroyed. Okay, never mind. It's not going to happen. Alrighty, so let's head on over towards the we're out of here zone. Well, first we got to grab this, and then we got to get to the we're out of here zone. Okay, Exodus. Sprint on towards the location. Actually, probably should sprint on towards our evacuation, because I think the Hatchet Man's going to get there first. Let's be honest about it. I tried to take the Cicada intact, it just did not work out.
Commander?
Falling over and critting your engine is not something that I could plan for. Or maybe it was, but it was a bit of a luck of the draw. Not terrible luck, mind you, but a little bit. So we've almost got the Hatchet Man there. The Hatchet Man will pick up the scientists themselves. We'll get the additional bonus for having captured the spy, not the scientist.
Standing by.
We'll get the additional bonus for capturing the spy as well as the secondary data, which will be nice. Not a whole ton of money, unfortunately, because we took this one for maximum salvage, which, well, we kind of got a bit shafted on it. There were a lot of tanks. A lot of tanks.
Standing by.
Alright, Hammer, go get us the supplies.
Roger.
The spy. Holding position until the agent is stolen. In the meantime, everybody else can start moving towards the evac zone, just in case. Because I have a belief that it's going to require us to evacuate. And witness.
For orders.
Witness's arm was exposed. Luckily, we didn't take any internal crits. But there's a lot of things in this arm. There is two medium lasers, an SRM-6 Plus, and a tag. All of which are things that we do not want to lose.
Yes, Commander.
Because they're very useful. Oh, that rocket launcher chaff.
No shooting.
Kept forgetting to shut it off. We got 4 shots out of it, which is really good for a quarter ton. Oh good, we didn't have to escape. Sumeray is just going to come and pick us up. Lovely, so the patrol has been defeated. We are in a solid position already. And the question is going to be if we find anything really cool in the salvage out of that one. So maybe from that assault tank. Maybe not. It's going to be interesting. So we made 102,000, which paid for our drop cost quite nicely. Did get a penetrating hit on 2 of the mechs, however, no crits were caused, so we're pretty lucky there. Other than that, no pilot injuries, and we picked up some decent number of kills. Okay, so an urban mech we don't care about, a spider we don't care about, and the cicada we don't care about. There are a couple of large lasers, a large pulse. Oh, light autocannons. Ooh, light AC5s are nice. Light AC2s. I don't need that. I already have a PPC, right? Oh, I can have 2. Streak SRMs, you don't say. That could be very interesting. Couple of fusion cores. What's this? Fire control system, autocannon. +2 accuracy for autocannons only. I don't really need it because the only one I'm using is a silver bullet gauss. I don't think anybody had double heat sinks. No, they did not. Another Artemis 4 targeting computer. I've already got a couple of them. Ooh, armor piercing ammo. Do you have precision? You've got CL ammo, which is caseless rounds. You got AC2 precision ammo, but that's not what I want. Streak SRM ammo, which is 100 shots. So streaks have additional accuracy, and I believe they now operate like they do on Tabletop, where if you roll and don't hit, then it will not shoot the weapon. So it'll determine whether or not it achieves the lock-on before firing. T-25 is a bit of a light engine core. That's one of our problems. We keep running into a lot of these light cores. So the streak, 1 evasion pip ignored, +1 accuracy. Streak launcher only fires when shots will hit, which makes it easier to carry lighter ammunition, or lighter loads of ammo, because you're not just spamming shots downrange. So there's 2 light AC5s in this. Can't really make use of it, can I? Because they deal less damage than their full-size counterparts. So this one's 2 tons off. This one is 3 tons off, it looks like. Because I believe the normal autocannon 5 is 8 tons. So really, we would go for the light autocannon. We absolutely would. If we were going autocannons. I'm not convinced it's a good idea. Because, well, we can throw the autocannon fire control system on something. And with autocannons this light, you've basically got a budget Ultra Autocannon 10. And even lighter than that, because the Ultra Autocannon 10 is 12 tons. You've got a slightly heavier Ultra Autocannon 5, I suppose? With a little less damage on top of that, but still. So how about... Do I want an engine core? Do I need a PPC? I don't need a PPC. Let's be frank, we don't need that. That's not something important. The Artemis targeting computer is an interesting thing. We already have one. It's not really essential. Carries 50% additional rounds, +2 recoil with autocannons. Carries 23 shots instead of less than that. Criticals carries 8 shots. But that's only because it's a critical, and so it carries fewer. Or it's a special ammo type. Yeah, I don't think I want either of those. Because it's just normal AC5 ammo. So we're fine with that. And increasing the recoil would not exactly be a great idea. Although if we threw it onto the Hatchet Man, that wouldn't be terrible. I mean, that sorts him out for ammunition for all he'll ever need. Not that he ever needs anything more anyway. Oh, duh. Artemis 4 ammo. To go with the Artemis 4 firing control system. In fact, I'm going to dump one of the light autocannons to grab both tons of that ammo. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, but you know what? It's Artemis ammo, which is just ridiculously good. Because it's +2 evasion, +2 evasion pips ignored. You link that with an Artemis targeting system, which you've already got. And 100% LRM criticals. Yep, definitely could use that. MLMs can make use of these. So, yeah, we're gonna lock that down. We got both light autocannon 5s, great. Medium laser, we got the PPC as well. All 3 streaks, nice. Did we get any ammo to go with that? We did not get any streak ammo to go with those streaks. So that's a bit unfortunate. We did get a 185 fusion engine and no mech parts, but none of the mech parts were at all interesting. Okay, so continue with that. And so, a couple more missions we'll take on the planet, but we are going to be leaving Pike behind sometime soon. But, yeah. We'll hang around for Pike. We'll take one more really cash-intensive mission, and then we'll bail to a new planet. Try and find something around the 2-skull line. Because we don't really have any really heavy mechs. We're still dropping pretty much 2-skull lances, which is a bit light for what I really want. Because we don't have any heavies, we don't have any heavier mediums, because our heaviest mech is that 55-ton Shadowhawk. Which, not the biggest fan of Shadowhawks, if I'm completely honest. It does have hands, which is a really nice thing to have, because the hands give you additional melee and accuracy, which is really cool, especially on an energy-intensive mech like that, but still. Alright, we are surrounded. Wartime activities. This is going to cost us 40,000 for the next 22 days. I don't believe that for a second. You are going to show me the actual time it's going to take to fix everybody. 9 days on the Shadowhawk, so the Shadowhawk took a bit of a beating. 7 days, so everybody, wow, this seemed to take a little bit longer. And we'll have the scaffolding done in the next 15 days. That'll help. And then 15 days after that, the Centurion, and then 46 days after that, the other Centurion. So we're just going to chill a little bit, run the clock down slightly, because we're going to have to wait for basically all our pilots to get out. Is our mechs all done? No, we've got a Hatchet Man and a Shadowhawk in recovery. So 2 more days for that. There we go. If we go without the Raven, I think we've got 4 mechs. Yep, we do, so we will be taking another mech sometime soon. Not quite sure what it's going to be. But we have a couple of options. Anyway, I've been Tirak. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.